All right. Welcome to today's mini masterclass. So, welcome. I am Marla Renee Stewart. I am here live on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on YouTube, and of course on Instagram. So, hey, folks from Instagram. Let me see here. So, I just wanted to say hey, and know I'm a little late, but of course, today is Mini Masterclass Mondays. And before we get started, make sure if you don't have my free shadow ban survival guide, make sure you get that, or at least attend my Metaproof Marketing Year class, especially if you have an adult brand, because it's really going to help you understand how Instagram is working or not working for you. But today is all about YouTube, right? We think about YouTube, we can't monetize our channels, right? Because of what we're talking about. But we can monetize our reach because of the channel. Okay. So if you don't have a YouTube channel, I definitely highly encourage you to get a YouTube channel because sometimes these videos are the things that pop up first, especially for if you're thinking about what people are searching for when it comes to YouTube, right? And so let's get the elephant out of the room first, right? If you have an adult brand, YouTube is probably not going to let you monetize, right? So there's no ad revenue share. There's no super thanks, maybe not even eligible for the partner program, depending on how they've categorized your content that week. So it really just depends. And it can be very, very frustrating, but because, you're putting in real hours, it might take you. I remember when I was like doing my perfecting sort of the YouTube videos and all of that, I was like, oh my gosh, it takes me like 5 hours to put together a YouTube video, right? But you're putting in those real hours, you're putting in that production value, you're putting in, of course, your expertise. And basically the platform is telling you, hey, you can't get that. You are not applicable, right? So the reframe that I want you to sit with here is that YouTube can never be your revenue stream. Okay. So as much as people can make money on YouTube, they're making it with stuff that they can get that is PG, right? So the money that comes from YouTube proves about you to everyone who's watching, including the people who are about to hire you, right? It's about what you are showing. So don't treat YouTube like a paycheck. Treat it like a portfolio. Hey, this is what you can learn, right? And this is why you can put those videos out there sort of anywhere, right? But when a producer, a brand, conference organizer, potential clients vetting you, they're not checking your AdSense dashboard, right? They're checking, can this person talk? Are they credible? Do they have a point of view? Can they hold the camera's attention for more than 90 seconds? So your channel is doing the selling before you ever get on a call. And that's worth more than a monetized pre-roll ad ever would be. So how to actually maximize a channel you can't monetize? Well, one, build for the algorithm of humans, right? Not the algorithm of ad dollars. Since monetization isn't your goal, you're freed up to optimize for something more valuable. Watch time that builds trust, right? Longer expertise forward videos where you teach something real where you teach something real, and it basically outperforms that gimmicky short form bait for the purpose of client acquisition, right? You want to save the punchy hooks for your shorts and reels funnel, but let your long form content be a masterclass, not a magic trick. Every video needs a next step, right? Not just like a like and subscribe, right? We need to have a CTA. If your CTA is only subscribe, you're optimizing for a metric that doesn't pay your bills. So it doesn't really matter. So you got to say, hey, download my discovery call guide. Or like I said, get my free shadow ban survival guide, right? You book a 20-minute consult, get on the list for the next cohort. Put it in the video, in the pinned comment, and in the description, right? Every single time. Your video titles and descriptions are a job application to the media. So if you want to get booked for TV, bookers, producers, journalists, search YouTube the same way they search Google, right? If your titles and descriptions use the language producers actually search, right? Intimacy coach, sex educator for couples, relationship expert, a consent coach for TV and film, right? You become findable to the exact people scouting guests and hires. So don't be clever at the expense of being searchable. Number 4, turn your channel into a sizzle reel without calling it one. So television and podcast bookers want to see you on camera before they actually book you. They want proof that you won't freeze, you won't ramble, or need 6 retakes, right? A well-organized channel with a clear start here playlist of your best 3-minute clips functions as an unofficial sizzle reel. So make it easy for a busy producer to watch at least 90 seconds and know your yes, okay? And number 5, use YouTube to build a credibility ladder toward intimacy coordinator or maybe production therapist work, depending on your line of work, right? This is the part almost nobody talks about. If you've ever thought about working behind the camera, like working behind the scene, you can do so as an intimacy coordinator, right? Choreographing and safeguarding simulated intimacy and nudity on set. Check out Sentima. That's Jamaica's program that she puts you, or her and her crew put you through to be an intimacy coordinator. So please check them out. That's CINTIMA. If you want to be, if you want to get certified as an intimacy coordinator. Or if you're in the therapy realm, you can get, you can be a production therapist or a mental health consultant. Because sometimes with any of those intimacy scenes, people might feel activated in some ways. So they always have a therapist there to check it out, right? So they support the cast crew through any kind of emotionally intense material. So your channel is part of your credibility trail. Productions, agencies increasingly vet these hires by looking at public-facing expertise, right? Do they understand consent frameworks? Trauma-informed practice? Do they communicate with clarity and calm under pressure? A channel full of thoughtful, boundaried, expert content is doing quiet work for you in the rooms you're not even in yet. So again, if this is the path you want to explore, get trained, right? You know, get in those organizations like intimacy directors and coordinators, intimacy coordinators alliance, offer those certification pathways as well. Build adjacent visible expertise, network sideways, not just up, right? So SAG-AFTRA has intimacy coordinator standards and a growing list of vetted professionals. Production therapist work often comes through referral chains. So again, people are referring. So again, getting in front of the camera helps, right? So that's why your YouTube channel is valuable. And of course, number 6, pitch yourself using your channel as proof, not as a maybe. A lot of times when people are like, I want to see how you talk or how you show up, you can just, oh, here's my YouTube channel. Here's all the videos that I've put out, and they can see how you are on those videos. Okay. So, or even when you reach out to maybe a television show, a podcast, a production, needing that expert guest or consultant, you make sure you have a YouTube channel, right? Say, oh, here's a 90-second clip where I break down whatever it is. I'd love to bring that same conversation to your show, right? You're not asking them to go discover you. You're handing them the proof. It's already queued up. You already know what you're talking about. But here's the thing. A demonetized channel is not a failed channel. Just because us as adult brands can't monetize, that is okay. It's basically an unpaid billboard for a business that gets paid in maybe coaching packages, speaking fees, consulting contracts, production credits, right? But stop waiting for YouTube to pay you directly, because they're probably not. So start building the channel that makes everyone else want to pay you, okay? So that is all I have for today. Cheers to your professional success. And again, if you don't have a YouTube channel, please go make one, okay? And get people to subscribe to your channel. The more subscribers, great, the more they can pass that information as well, word of mouth, okay? All right, that is it for today. Again, if you don't have my free shadow ban survival guide, make sure you check that out. And I think that's it for today, y'all. So thank you all so much for joining me. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful Monday and a wonderful rest of the week, okay? All right, bye.